Skirt, skirt. Told you we always been ready. I don't need people that's petty, that weigh on me heavy while I'm being steady. I need a record with Felly. We get it bouncing like Betty's, I feel like I'm Nelly. Don't bring the beef like a deli. It's leaving I levy, no sleeping on me like I'm Freddy. Chris Breeze, how I do, hit him with the moves. Left hand step back, ballin' like I'm Coos. All faith, God's plan, you just gotta choose. God slaps, nothing left to prove. Y'all gotta leave me alone. Lately I've been in my zone. Told them no cap like I fitted, but lately the flows have been straight off the dome. I feel like I'm MVP, like my name Patty Mahomes. If it ain't about money, don't hit up my phone, cause lately I've been in my zone.
Hello, welcome to the Cowboy Show, hosted by Ben Carey and Nick Gronerad, combining expert human opinions with cutting-edge simulation models to help you arrive at the best picks each week. Inside Edge Community. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's stream. It is Monday, so of course it is Model Monday. We are joined, as always, by Mr. Data Mining Bets. Data, how's it going today?
Good. It's the holiday, so I got the kids running around. They're off school.
Yeah, I remember. President's Day is like a weird holiday. I feel like, right?
Yeah.
It's like feels like a holiday that's not actually a holiday.
Yeah, it's really strange. And then you got Family Day for Canadians too, right? So all of North America should be off, but yeah, I don't have President's Day off. My wife doesn't have President's Day off, so it's weird.
I don't have President's Day off.
Yeah,
we are here working. Work is fun, but this is work. Hope everyone in chat is doing well. Ash Cooley says another CBB stream, run it. Also said fuck the model. Couldn't agree more. Fuck the model. Couldn't hear anything somebody said. I think that's from before the intro started. I see we got Dilberto, the GOAT, in the chat.
He knows I'm gonna shout him out today, so that's why he's come just to hear his name. You know?
That's the only reason he's here. For people asking about the intro song, type !intro in the chat. That is the link to the song. It is called Zone by Levi Todd. I see we've got TTP in the chat as well, here to talk junk about the Michigan game. Talk away. Sick Money said never got President's Day off. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things, like, I don't remember ever getting President's Day off.
I think I don't remember in school. Like I'm trying to think about it, and I think there used to be multiple President's Days, and then they combine them all into one big President Day.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, and I'm sure I did. It just never really stuck out.
Yeah, I think it was like at first you get like George Washington Day off, and then Lincoln Day or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember my childhood that well, but and then they were like, no, that's too many days off, so they put it into one day, and now like I don't even know if you get. Well, yeah, the kids get it off, so you know.
Exactly, and so for me also, it's like, so my birthday is February 11th, and then Valentine's Day is February 14th. So like those both feel like bigger holidays. Like not that my birthday's a holiday, but you know what I mean, right? It's like bigger events. And now there's this third one, and it's kind of like, oh, who cares? No disrespect to George Washington, though. Anyways, for anybody who is new to the stream, here is a quick rundown of how it works. We have 5 categories that you can see on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. For the first 4 categories, we have picked out a game that fits into that category. It is 4 games that are interesting for 4 different reasons. Last category is our best bets, where each of us give out our favorite play for the day. As part of this, for all 5 categories, chat, you are going to have the opportunity to get your opinion heard. Polls are going to be running, and your leans will go up on the screen. So choose wisely. See some interesting comments in the chat that I'm not going to touch on because I learned yesterday that my parents actually watch the streams, which is interesting. So hello parents.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well. They don't watch live. They like watch after the fact on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Hello, Nick's parents.
So let's go ahead now and hop into category number 1.
Public intoxication.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
So category number 1, public intoxication, where we talk about one of the biggest public plays of the day. There were 2 options for this category. One of them was Colgate and American, but I'm sick of the Patriot League. Colgate is getting 98% of the bets there, but we're not going to talk about that. Instead, we're going to talk about Baylor and Oklahoma State. So Baylor on the road, 5-point favorites at Oklahoma State, getting 84% of the votes or of the bets. So Data, do you like Baylor to cover 5, or do you like Oklahoma State?
You look at these 2 teams, like, right off the bat, right? You just look at who they faced against, their matchup, things like that. You're like, why is Baylor a 5-point favorite, right? They should be way more favored, in my opinion. Like, if we were doing that game we do sometimes where we guess spreads, right, before looking at the line for the day or whatever, you tell me Baylor and Oklahoma State, I'm going to guess way more, right? But if you've been watching any of these games, or if you've done, any research into it, know that Baylor's coming in, shorthanded, right? They're down to, what was it, like a 6 or 7 man rotation. So you kind of see that they're a bit injured up, that they've lost 2 of their best ball handlers, and that kind of makes more sense on the spread. So if you're just line picking it, which I could see a lot of people doing, you'd be, obviously taking the Baylor spread. But with all of that, I'm still taking the Baylor spread. I think that they showed against TCU that, they could keep the way that they're playing, keep playing the way they're playing, even with their 2 good ball handlers gone. I think they only had 11 turnovers on Saturday. They still had a really strong performance on defense, and Oklahoma State is, but probably a little bit tired after that overtime victory. So I'm gonna take Baylor spread.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go on the opposite side here and take Oklahoma State. I just think that with these injuries, especially the injury to Chamwa Chachua, who's out for the year for Baylor, that this is a big loss for this team. Do they still have a lot of talent? Yeah. Did they beat a pretty tough TCU team last time out? Yeah. But this Oklahoma State team is exceptionally good at home. Let me pull it up real quick. Hold on. I think that they've only lost 2, maybe 3 games at home on the year, and they've all been extremely close. So the last few home games, they beat Kansas State, beat West Virginia, beat Oklahoma, 3-point loss to Iowa State, beat TCU, beat Texas, lost by 11 to Kansas. So I think that with the injuries and this Oklahoma State team playing well at home, I like Oklahoma State here. And J. Russ, what's your problem? Are you okay?
Yeah, it is what you said, right? It's definitely a much scarier game with all the injuries that Baylor is facing. I do think that they showed that they're still pretty strong, can still handle the ball well. I think it's going to come down to the perimeter defense for them against this Oklahoma State game. And personally, I think they can keep them, suffering.
Yeah, so let's...
blow them out.
So let's take a look at the chat poll. So chat is extremely close on this one. So Baylor, as of right now, is winning the vote 14-13. We'll see. We'll see if that changes up in the last couple minutes. And Jairus, if you have like legitimate questions or concerns about anything, feel free to reach out. There's a lot of work that's going on behind the scenes to run the show, and I am trying to interact with chat. So if you're trying to troll and you're trying to be a dick, do that not now. We can talk later. It's very distracting. So chat does in fact like Baylor here. 18 votes to 13 votes. So Baylor -5. Oops. Is the chat pick.
Me and chat versus you today, Nick.
Yeah, I know. It does make me feel a little bit uncomfortable taking Oklahoma State here. I mean, this Baylor team is at their best one of the best teams in the country. I just think the fact that they're on the road plus the injuries gives me enough cause for concern.
Yeah, they're definitely a strong team, right? They're fighting for the number 2 or number 1 seed, right? So definitely going to be on their minds for sure. I think taking this team.
Yeah. So let's go ahead now and move on to category number 2.
Payback game.
Back to back like I'm Jordan 96, 97. Whoa.
Robbed you in your city and you told. Tory from the 6, you hating on him, Lord knows.
I'm out here looking for revenge.
So category number 2, the payback game, the revenge game. We have what was also a candidate for game of the day. That is going to be the game between Arizona State and UCLA. So these two teams met not too long ago, about a month ago. And Arizona State knocked off UCLA in triple overtime. That was one of the crazier games that we've seen all year. In that game, UCLA, I believe, was playing a little bit beat up. But Arizona State grabbed an 87-84 win at home in triple overtime. So they're running it back in LA. Arizona State, 13.5-point underdogs, despite winning the first matchup. Total in this game is set at 131.5. So, Data, what are your thoughts here?
My new favorite word have been revenge game at home. I love that story. I've been making a killing off of revenge games at home, right? Florida Gulf Coast, I forget the other one. There was like 6 or 7 of them, and I love taking those. But 14.5 points or 13.5 points is just too many. The Arizona State team has been really good. They're on a win streak right now. They've had one of their best weeks of college basketball in their life. Do I think they beat UCLA straight out? Hell no. I'd be crazy if I gave out that pick. But I think 13.5 points is just too much. I'm going to take the spread on Arizona State here. I think UCLA still wins, but I think it'll be closer than 13.5.
Yeah, this is another spot. It's kind of like the last game, actually, where my gut kind of tells me too many points, but the model says not enough points. So you're completely right. Arizona State has been playing well. They've knocked off Washington State, Oregon State in their last 3 games. But I kind of like this UCLA team. They had throughout the beginning, middle of February, been dealing with some injuries to some of their better players. And I think that they're healthy now. They've played their last 2 games at home, knocked off a pretty good Washington State team by 20, knocked off a Washington team that, I mean, it's not as good as this Arizona State team. But still, another 16-point win for UCLA. So I I like UCLA here, minus 13.5. Oh, we lost Data. Now I'm Data.
I told you this would happen, Nick.
Yeah, no, I mean, so this is a better outcome than your video completely disappearing. So there's some kind of update going on with him at work.
Windows updates.
Windows update forced on the computer at exactly this time.
Yep. 12:20 is what it told me.
Yeah. So let me go like this. So now I'm Nick again, and your Data again. I was worried that your feed was going to completely cut out. Oh, now you're. Yeah.
This is. I can't flip it. Man, you would think I would know how to do technology better.
This is now a tech support stream.
Yeah. Here, I'll flip it this way. There we go.
There we go. Okay, that works. Yeah, blame TTP. Everything is TTP's fault. Even if he's not involved at all. The first time things started breaking, it was when he was on. So it's completely his fault.
I'll show you guys my media room. There you go.
Yeah, new location, by the way.
Yeah.
I see your ladder, which disappeared from upstairs, has appeared again.
This is the ladder stream. Every location I move to, I'm gonna move the ladder to it, and you just have to spot it wherever I go.
Yeah, it's like Where's Waldo?
Yeah.
But it's a ladder. So yeah, blame Papu. Yeah, it's Papu's fault. So the chat likes the over in this game. So the top vote getter is Arizona State to cover, and the over. Second top vote getter is UCLA, and the over spread wise, Arizona State 70% of the vote, UCLA only 30% of the vote. So I will throw up the over here. Also, I threw an extra. I don't know. I had a conniption when I was stepping out UCLA. Yeah, I feel like Data has a massive house.
It's Texas, so and I've got a large family, so
yeah, everything is bigger in Texas.
Yeah, and everything's cheaper in Texas too. So
that's true. We're gonna need to. Yeah, I hope the ladder becomes a meme. Just bring it in. You have to bring the ladder to Vegas.
Oh God.
Just check.
I don't know how can I just buy a ladder in Vegas? That's very simple.
Probably be cheaper than checking the ladder.
Yeah, I would think so too. Okay, it's working on updates to my computer. So.
We'll be back. It'll be back eventually.
Yeah, we could keep going.
All right. So let's go ahead now and move along to category number 3.
Mid-major spotlight.
Millions on the table, that's major. I turn dirt into diamonds, that's major.
So category number 3, mid-major spotlight, where we take a look at a couple mid-major teams that you may not have seen this year, but you should, because they are likely to appear in March Madness. Gotta watch them a little bit before you fill out your bracket. So the two teams that we are discussing today are New Mexico State and Seattle. Both of these teams kind of under the radar, having excellent seasons. The top two teams in the WAC this year, both sitting at 12-2 in the conference. New Mexico State is 22-4 overall. Seattle is 21-6 overall. Winner of this game takes sole possession of first place in the WAC. Seattle is at home, 2.5-point underdogs. Over/under in this game set at 144. So, Data, where are you at?
So this is actually one of my favorite games of the slate today. I think that what is Seattle? What is the spread here?
Seattle is plus 2.5.
Yeah. So I actually have Seattle winning straight out. I think the line is the wrong way here. So I'm gonna take Seattle points here, but I have them winning by 3, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm actually on the opposite side of you again here.
Man, we
3
just
out of
can't.
3.
We can't stay on the same page today.
No, this is unusual. We're usually on the same side more than we're not. Although I was kind of expecting this. We had a friendly wager on New Mexico State. Earlier this year. You came out on the better end of that one. So it's definitely possible that my model is just a little higher on New Mexico State's than yours. But I think that this New Mexico State team is really good. I think that the Seattle team is good also. I just don't think that they're as good as New Mexico State. So this is your... Oh, did I put it in wrong? Yeah, I'm used to being on the left. Thank you. So I think... What was I saying? I completely forget what I was saying.
Yeah, I do feel like you undervalue New Mexico State because we had the same friendly bet last time, and I appreciate you sending me the money through Venmo. You know.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to make a friendly bet and then
no, I mean as in I
pay
won.
it out.
I'm just telling the chat that I won.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is your revenge spot.
Is it a revenge spot for me or a revenge spot for you?
It's a revenge spot for you. These two teams met a couple weeks ago back on February 5th.
Oh, yeah.
And New Mexico State won that game 79-64 at home.
Yep. This is the revenge game at home.
Yeah. So I will say the spread in that game was New Mexico State -8. So we're seeing a 5.5 point swing in the spread, which is slightly higher, just like a 0.5 point higher than what I would typically expect for an average home court advantage swing. But yeah, it feels a little tough picking against Seattle at home, but I gotta trust the model, my model. Data again has been on the opposite side, literally every single time here, and I think chat is going to be with you once again as well.
Well, at least we know that we don't have the same data sources, right?
Yeah, we might have the same data sources, just using the data a little bit differently.
An algorithm, that's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's no objectively right or objectively wrong way to do it.
Yeah, if either one of us had 100% model, I don't think either one of us would be on the stream.
Yeah, no, I mean even hitting it 60% on spreads and total is like you go retire to an island in the Caribbean type money. So taking a look now at the chat poll. Interesting results here. I guess we kind of do need to figure this one out. Let this play out, because it is tied at the moment for the actual top answer. Yeah, model death match. I think we've had this discussion before. Not yeah. Loser dies. high stakes.
I've always thought of like what would be a fun friendly bet whenever like surgeons are on the other side of picks, right? Especially on Trent stream or whatever, or even like this stream. And I can't ever think of one that's pretty clever.
Yeah,
Cowboy had the push-up bet for a while. That one was good.
Yeah, it's got to be something more or different from just money, right? Because that's boring. And ideally, it would also be something not quite as extreme as actual death.
Yeah.
I think that those stakes are too high. Shave your eyebrows. I think that those stakes might even be too high.
Yeah, I think it's more, fun. We ain't trying to shave hair on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So chat results are in, and it looks like Seattle plus 2.5 is the pick that the model likes. It was very close to being tied with the over. because Seattle plus the points and the over in and of itself just got 62% of the vote. So that is definitely chat's leans, but Seattle in the under got more votes than New Mexico State in the over. So Seattle plus 2.5. Chat siding with data once again.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they weren't fully on my side on Arizona State. I think they leaned.
No, they were on Arizona State. They were just on the over a
really?
little bit more.
Over more. Okay.
And yeah, so questions in the chat. This is only college basketball in the discussion here. You can probably talk with chat about some NHL stuff though. That's completely fine.
Yeah.
Data. Yeah, here. This would be a good one. Data grows a beard. Nick shaves a beard. I mean, my beard will grow right back. I don't mind
Mine
that
takes
at all.
a while. Mine takes like a couple months, before it even looks okay.
Loser does the one chip challenge. Yikes.
I actually do that one for fun. So
yeah, I
wouldn't feel that's a punishment.
Yeah, I don't mind hot food. Like I
You
have
had the one chip?
No, I haven't had the one chip. I have a bottle of the last dab from Hot Ones.
Yeah, I've got the Apollo, the new version, and then
Yeah.
of course the bomb.
Yeah, it's hot, but it's not like gonna ruin my day hot. How does the one chip challenge relate to that?
Much, 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 much hotter.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had anything as spicy as the one chip before.
Interesting.
Yeah. There was this one Thai place that was really close, but yeah.
Yeah, we could think of something. Get a bunch of people in competition together, and loser has to do the one chip on stream. I think that would be good content.
Yeah, get everybody on it. All the surgeons, right?
Yeah.
Make Trent take the one chip. That would be good content.
We could just get a ton of one chips when we're in Vegas for March Madness.
Yeah.
And just everybody does it. So I think it is time to move along now to category number 4.
Game of the day.
The ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star.
So category number 4, game of the day. A look at the marquee game of the day. A couple ranked teams playing today. We talked about UCLA a little bit earlier. But I think that the ranked team that has the best opponent is Ohio State today. So Ohio State, 6.5-point favorites at home, taking on the Indiana Hoosiers. Over under in this game set at 135.5. So Data, where are you at on this one?
You know what? I want to hear where you're at.
Yeah.
Let's switch it up a bit.
Okay. Well, so where I'm at on this game is 6.5 feels like too many points, but Indiana also just sucks on the road. So I'm a little bit conflicted for that reason. My model has Indiana covering. I have the total at 134. So I don't really like the under, and I think I will just go ahead and take Indiana plus the 6.5. Do I think that they're going to win this game? No. I think that they can keep it close enough down the stretch that they'll lose by 4 or 5. So I'll take.
Man, I guess we're gonna go 4 for 4 against each other today. I'm gonna take. I think I did look at the total pretty hard here, but I really feel like Ohio State is really good at home. I know they just lost a game at home, but I think their home court advantage is just really strong, and Indiana's been on the downward trend. And they're not very good on the road at all either. So I think, even though I agree 6.5 is a lot here, I think that Ohio State has enough firepower in order to cover that spread.
Yeah,
it'll come winning by 8, which is again really, really close.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game to watch. I think that we're going to learn a lot about both of these teams. I mean, I'm almost wondering with Indiana if they're kind of at risk of not making the tournament at all. I mean, I would think that they're still pretty safe. But if these road struggles that they have continue, I think that in conference play, the only road wins that they have are Maryland and Nebraska. That's just not, it's not good enough. I mean, and Indiana really could be a team to pencil in out in the first round if they do make the tournament this year.
Yeah, do you know they've only covered the spread once in their last 12 road games?
Wow.
They're 1-11 against the spread on road games. They are not a good road team.
So that has to date back to like last year, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So pick 6 is IU first half, OSU full game.
Yeah, I mean it's not a bad, yeah, exactly what Yogi said. That's not a bad idea. IU definitely comes out strong, and then they just start throwing. But man, everyone's beating me to what I'm about to say. Yeah, what Marty just said, I think that's cheeky. Man, I'm like ready to talk and yeah, y'all don't need me. Just have a stream with the chat. Just they're on the same picks as me anyway. You know, I'm just the figurehead for the chat.
just imagine having chat up, just like everybody's got their camera. It's like 200 people, like a ton of tiny little cameras, ton of voices.
Just have you know where I'm at right now on the stream. Just instead have the Twitch chat here. You know.
Yeah, I mean I can do that.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't quite know how, but I know that I can. Yeah, here. Something like that. Chat, start saying things. Is this working? Maybe not. I don't know.
No one in chat is talking.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Boom. We have Twitch chat instead of data.
Oh, there you
Perfect. It won't populate with old stuff. But everything new.
Yeah, chat's just gonna be on top of me the whole time. They say the same things as me anyway.
Yeah, you speak for chat. Chat speaks for you. I'm over here by myself apparently. So the chat actually isn't directly fading either of us. Chat likes the total here. Top 2 vote getters were Indiana plus 6.5 in the under and Ohio minus 6.5 in the under. So the under picked up 70% of the vote. As far as spreads go, they did favor you again. So Ohio State picked up 9 votes compared to 8 for Indiana. But it is looking like an under.
We're all
from the chat.
I guess you gotta turn it off.
Yeah.
Hey B, how you doing, B?
Yeah, what's up, B-Sauce? So it is time for the last category of the stream, which is everybody's favorite bets of the day. So I have mine ready. Data has his ready. But chat, in order to make a poll for what you guys are on, I need to know what your favorite bets are. So now is the time to start typing them out in the chat. If you are on a spread, give me the team that you like to cover and the number that the spread is at. If you're on a total, give me the 2 teams and the total. And if you're on a money line, give me the team and the current money line price. So I'm going to play the quick video clip, give you guys a couple seconds to start typing stuff out.
Big Brain plays.
Come on. Think. Brain blast!
So, taking a look at the chat. I see Marty the Locksmith has been very adamant about Howard. A couple comments about that, so we'll throw that in there. I see a couple people on Syracuse. -9. I see. Let's see what else we got. See, Vsauce likes Drake. Throw that one in there for him. I see a bunch of other stuff. I see 2 people on TCU. -4. And one more. We'll go North Carolina. -9.5 against Louisville. So there we go. Poll is up. And Data, what is your favorite bet today?
This one was hard. I actually like a lot of games today, including some of the ones that we talked about.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a lot of 1-unit bets today, so that's always good. If they turn out my way, of course. I was really close to taking the Citadel over 158. So that was my heaviest lean. I even, this is where Delberto's shout out comes out. I'm like, the model's telling me to hammer this, and he tells me separately that that's one of his bets today. So it's definitely hard to not make that my play of the day. But looking at it more, taking, in the accounted from the model, I'm gonna put my favorite bet of the day as the Drake spread. I think if you look at these two teams, they've played before. Drake won by, I think it was 18 points, and that was with a fluke game, basically. Like, I think it should have been a lot more points, and I think it will be this time. But yeah, Drake spread is my go-to here.
Yeah, I think this Drake team is pretty good, and they're kind of flying under the radar right now, which I think is kind of interesting. This is a team that was a darling of a lot of people last year. Started out kind of slow, but as far as teams that are, close to being 20-win teams this year, they really do feel like one of the best ones that's just not getting talked about at all. They had a couple close losses against good teams in non-conference. It kind of dragged away all of the hype. But I really like this Drake team, and I like this spot for them as well. Against Indiana State
actually made, I just looked it up, 13 of 14 free throws that game, and they shot from 40% from beyond the yard, and they still lost by 18. They're not a team that does that regularly. Like, that was a great game for them, and yeah, a great game for them losing by 18 points. So.
Yeah, exactly. And the takeaway there is that there's just like a lot of room for, or not a lot of room for improvement for Indiana State.
Yeah.
And they still lost by 18. So for me, it was a little tough for me to come up with my top play today as well. So I like one of the picks that chat has been talking about, which is Syracuse. Playing Georgia Tech scares me a little bit because Georgia Tech kind of all the way up and down the lineup does have some guys who can shoot the three. The other pick that I was thinking about is Southern Utah, -5.5 on the road at Northern Arizona. But I am actually going to take the Syracuse play as opposed to the Southern Utah play. And the reason for that is I've just been, in the last week or two, been burned so many times by teams on the road in that kind of point threshold, going up big and then blowing the game. So give me, in what was kind of a coin flippy situation for me, taking my top play, I'm going to take Syracuse -9 at home against Georgia Tech.
Actually, I like that play too. I think I'm gonna be on it for unit as well. Just rare today because we've been on opposite sides so much. But
and yeah, So who was it? I think it was Scotty earlier also said Georgia Tech has some shooters, and that is scary. So for anybody who might not know, Syracuse plays a 2-3 zone defense, which is pretty unique for college basketball. There's very, very few, especially at the power conference level, very few teams who play that style of defense. So teams just don't know how to play against it. And the way that you beat it is through good three-point shooting. So a team like Georgia Tech that could get hot from three is a threat against the zone. But I think that Georgia Tech is just like bad enough, and Syracuse is playing well enough right now that I think that they cover. So chat poll results are in. We've got North Carolina minus 9.5 as the winner by plurality. 35% of the votes coming in on them. This is another play that I actually don't hate. Although UNC's been a little sketch. Data. So what are do you have any thoughts on that North Carolina Louisville game?
I did. I was looking at that one heavily today, but I'm not a big fan of either side of that game. What does Chad have? North Carolina?
Yeah, so North Carolina was Chad's favorite play today.
Like, I don't know, because I think Louisville don't they get back Malik Williams today?
Yeah, Malik Williams is back. I think he's been back for a couple of games. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched too many of their games, but I feel like Malik and Samuel being back, this is definitely going to be a much tougher game for North Carolina. Does North Carolina win? Yeah, but we're talking about 9.5 points.
Mm-hmm.
They have a good matchup against this North Carolina team. I'm trying to pull up what the model has. Harder because I'm not on my desktop.
Yeah, I have North Carolina covering. I do like the matchup for North Carolina against Louisville. I had them actually the last time that these two teams played. This was my pick of the day, taking North Carolina against Louisville. But that was with less points and without Malik Williams. And that was a game that actually went into overtime that North Carolina only covered in OT. Malik Williams being in, I mean, it does help the size disadvantage that Louisville has in this game. But I don't think it's enough. So I still do like North Carolina here.
I've got Louisville losing by 8 points. And yeah, I mean, I think North Carolina's obviously been inconsistent if you bet on their games, if you watch their games.
Yeah.
So obviously it's always a tough one to bet on. But I think we're looking more at Louisville here than North Carolina. And I think with their team coming back, their starting five looking good again. I think they keep this under double digit game.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So there's a lot of chatter about Maryland. Jay Smitty said, Maryland for all the marbles, trust me, in all caps. Remember my name. Maryland -3. And then 2 more people just came in and said, nobody's taking Maryland. Maryland -2.5. What are your thoughts on Maryland at home against Penn State?
Yeah, it's another good one. I think I had Maryland winning by 4. Definitely, these two teams are definitely pretty even teams. If you're going right off the bat, who would win? It'd be tough to tell you, right? I'm sure the records are almost the same too, right?
Yeah, Penn State's 11-12 overall, 6-9 in conference. Maryland is 12-14 overall, 4-11 in conference.
Yeah, I think I do like Maryland here because they're at home. But 3 points is a lot for these two kind of pretty even teams.
Yeah.
Pulling it up now. I have Maryland winning by 4, so I'm staying away from this game. But I don't hate the Maryland spread. Is
Yeah.
it 2.5 or 3?
Yeah, probably you can get both.
Yeah,
Depending
I
on
would,
both
I
sides.
would, I would honestly, if I'm betting this game, I'm taking the money line.
Yeah, this game feels really ugly. I mean, is Maryland a Big Ten team playing at home against a pretty mediocre team? Yeah. But, man, it just feels so bad having to trust either of these teams.
Yeah, definitely.
So, stay away spot for me. Woodscrew keeps asking about Northern Colorado. So if the total's at 144 and a half, I have the game at 144.6. So literally as close as it gets.
I've got 143. So I guess I lean slightly towards the under.
Yeah. I mean my spread is so close. Like if you could get it at 145, I would lean the under. And if it's 144 and a half, I guess I would technically lean the over.
Yeah.
And
it's definitely
it's actually moved up. It's at 145 and a half now. So I lean the under as well.
Yeah. It's definitely not one I'm putting money on.
Yeah, no. Me either.
But if I was, I would put it on the end.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Jay Smitty, we will remember the name, win or lose. So I don't have anything else to talk about. If you have anything else that you'd like to talk about, Data, we can talk. I see a question about Boston College and Florida State. I'd rather that game is terrible too.
When we got some hockey questions.
Yeah, if anybody has hockey questions for Data, we can talk hockey for a couple minutes.
Or I'm gonna go grab my lunch, you know.
Can we put bets in as to when Trent will hit his next parlay?
I'm gonna be tailing the parlays for the stream. You know, I don't want to be that guy who's cuffing it. You know, whether they believe in this jinx or not. So I'm gonna put my bet in on that he hits it today because that's where my money is.
Yeah, we'll see. The parlays have definitely been a little icy.
Yeah.
Recently. But I mean, it's kind of that time of year. College basketball is sketch. So that's
I do have ML. So if you're asking me live, I still think that Avs still take this, but yeah, I don't know. They haven't been scoring nearly as much lately. Their offense has been somewhat weaker, but I think against this Boston team, I do think they come back. So okay, it's only first period, right? What did you tell me, Nick? That second period is the most scoring period of hockey?
Yeah, I mean, and the first period is definitely the least. I think it kind of depends. So the second period with the long change, you get tired defenses and you get goals that way, and then the third period with the empty net potential.
Yeah. I was about to say, third period's probably changed things up, right? Because of the empty net. Man, empty nets are...
Mm-hmm. And yeah, no parlays for me. Somebody said I should do my own parlays and they'd tail, but I'm a straight bet guy.
Setting aside money just for the stream parlays. And yeah, if that money goes away, then I'm done. But if the stream parlay hits, then that I keep that to the side, you know. You keep hitting.
And yeah, Larry, I'm assuming you were joking because that was a bad take. That's a very bad take. If you were not joking. So yeah, I think it's time to wrap the stream up. Thank you, as always, to Data for joining us. Hope to have you back again next Monday. Only a couple more Mondays left in the college basketball season.
Yep. Hopefully, Chad and I, sorry Nick, but hopefully Chad and I go 5-0 today.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. I mean, I'm quite surprised that you and I were literally on opposite ends of
Yep.
all 4 of those games.
Just for the sake of my record and my belief in these games, I will be taking 1 unit on everything I've given my league today. So.
All right.
I don't normally do that, if you guys know. Normally I tell you guys in Twitch chat this is what I'm picking because Nick's making me pick. But
I'm not making you pick. You agree to pick.
But this time around I do I like these games and I like these picks. So I might even, I have to think about it, but I might even put the bet on the money line for Seattle instead of the spread. So
Interesting. So I think, yeah, everyone go be sure to follow Data on Twitter if you are not already following him there. There's a link to that in the chat. And with that out of the way, time to wrap up the stream. So good luck, everybody, on your bets. And we will see you all next time. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.